Hello, my friends, and welcome back. It is still Thursday, January 10th, 2019. I am the Drunk Poker. It is beer time. Beer time today. I mean, it's early. We are 3 weeks away from what I'm about to talk about, but I want to kind of put the bug in your ear. So, beer writer, spirits writer extraordinaire, Stephen Beaumont, posited the other day on the Twitter that perhaps the time has come to look back, or to look at, the flagship beers of our favorite breweries. Now, a lot of that means some of our most favorite breweries and some of their most core brands, some of those brands that brought us to beer. For other breweries, and for a lot of people who are new to craft beer, I think you should do the same thing. Now, this is 3 weeks away, so we're going to come back to it. We're going to circle back to this a lot in the next 3 weeks just to get us ready. But for a brewery like Fairweather Brewery, which is relatively new, do they have core brands? Do they have a flagship brand? They have a couple, and we're going to talk about one of them tonight. High grade IPA, 6.6%, juicy, dank, tropical. Now, high grade has undergone some transformations as the initial batch. That is the hallmark of a smart and ambitious and caring brewer, that they are going to look at their beer and be like, how can I make it better? How can I just take it to the next level? How can I make it be what I want it to be? Is it a core brand? Absolutely. It's one of those brands that's available. And I think that's what we're going to be after in Flagship February, is looking for the brands maybe that you haven't had. Stuff like Canuck from Great Lakes, or the Amsterdam Blonde, or Bone Shaker, or Nickelbrook's Headstock. I'm throwing out IPAs because I'm drinking an IPA, but any of your local breweries. But with the newer breweries, it's going to be much more difficult, because do they have a core brand? Do they have an identity, a beer that you identify them with? And that's might be difficult. So this one, for our friends at Fairweather, I would definitely say is a flagship beer. If it is, well, I'll have no problem celebrating all February with this very fine beer. Now, I picked this up the other day when I stopped in for Small Hours, that delicious stout we had last night, the sour stout. Oh my. Why did I buy it? Because I had heard they had, brewed another batch, and this hazy, dank, juicy, tropical citrus treat has always been one I have bought many, many times when I've gone to Fairweather, because I know it's their signature IPA. They've had many great IPAs. They've won awards from me for many of their IPAs. But let's get into it. So cheers. Cheers to celebrating the beers that brought us our favorite brews. Oh my, it's so good. So good. Big, juicy, tropical, dank, pine, grapefruit, pineapple, a lot of pineapple, mango. It does seem to be more full. And that's hard to say, because I really like the last batch. They seem to be growing. Each batch seems to be more and more focused, dialed in, like they're just toning that recipe. That's the key. With a beer like Canuck from, say, Great Lakes, or Headstock from Nickelbrook, to throw it too, or Ransack from our friends at Collective, they've had those years to dial everything in. Even Ransack's got a little tweak coming on. We'll talk about that later in the month. But it's about finding that consistency batch to batch, and finding that perfect final thing. This might be it. Oh, it's good. That's good. Absolutely delightful. My God, there's some floral notes in there. Nice dank pine on the back end. It's a beautiful beer. So, guys, think about it. You've got 3 weeks to prepare for this, where we're going to celebrate Flagship February. We're going to celebrate the beers that got us from there to here. And that's a great thing. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what? You might discover something you never tried before. I'm not kidding you. You're going to pick up a beer you haven't tried in, say, 3 or 4 years, and you'll be like, I didn't know this beer tasted like that. Because in your memory, it was a different beer. Cheers, my friends. Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. I kind of wish every beer had like 3 words on it to describe it, because really, juicy, dank, tropical just nails it.